Welcome to today's Explainer. All right, let's jump right into this because we're looking at a truly monumental shift in the professional services industry today. I mean, for decades now, the fundamental business model for consulting, law, and accounting firms has been incredibly straightforward, right? You sell expert time by the hour. But suddenly, AI has arrived, and it's really the first technology in decades to directly threaten that entire legacy business model. It's an absolutely fascinating and crucial shift. So let's get right into the mechanics of exactly why this is happening. 10. Now, this number represents a profound contrast. We are talking about the massive difference between 10 minutes and 10 hours. Think about it. If an AI tool can accomplish in just 10 minutes a highly specialized task that used to take a junior associate 10 solid hours of manual labor, well, the math of the traditional firm just starts to break down immediately. So that brings us to our first section, the billable hour threat, which leads right into section 2, impact across 3 verticals. Because of this incredible time compression we just talked about, we aren't just looking at a fun efficiency opportunity where everyone gets to knock off work a little early. No, this is a cross-industry structural problem. You know, when your firm's revenue is entirely tied to the clock, and the clock suddenly speeds up by 90%, you've got a major threat, rapidly transforming 3 massive pillars of the professional services world. Let's break down exactly what's at stake here. Take consulting. AI is rapidly accelerating research, data analysis, and those chunky first draft deliverables. Traditionally, the sheer time it took to do this groundwork compressed timelines, and honestly, that was historically used to justify massive project fees. Now, that entire foundation is automated. Then, look at the legal field. AI is handling contract review, document discovery, and deep legal research. The traditional impact here is clear. A firm could throw a dozen associates at a massive document dump, but they could never ever match the manual volume and speed that AI is pulling off right now. And finally, accounting. We're seeing AI automate reconciliation, anomaly detection, and routine compliance work. This is literally the bread and butter work that historically filled thousands of junior staff hours. So, the really crucial point here is that across the board, these traditional foundational tasks are just being completely absorbed by this tech.
Let's move on to section 3, the strategic pivot.
If you're sitting at the top of one of these organizations, the conversation absolutely has to shift away from merely asking how to use this new software tool. You've got to ask how you strategically pivot to survive this disruption. You basically have to ask yourself a highly uncomfortable strategic question. If routine work gets automated, what exactly are clients paying for now? Let that heavy reality sink in for a second. Because if your client knows an AI can knock out the baseline research in 10 minutes, there is no way they're going to cut a check for 10 hours of manual labor anymore. So the firms that are actually surviving this disruption, they are completely repositioning their value proposition. Think about the old model. We did the work. For a century, that was totally fine and expected. But the new model has to be, we made the judgment call and we're accountable for it. That is exactly what clients will pay a premium for now. They aren't paying for the raw generation of a document anymore. They're paying for the expert accountability and the human judgment backing it up. But I really want to warn you, this shift isn't just some clever marketing update. You can't just slap the word accountability on your firm's website and call it a day. This repositioning fundamentally dictates how you must alter your entire operational core. I mean, it completely changes your pricing structures, it changes your staffing models, and critically, it totally overhauls your junior talent training.
And that brings us to section 4, the junior talent dilemma.
This is arguably the most difficult part of this entire shift. While AI changes the speed of the work, it fundamentally threatens the future pipeline of the firm itself. Because AI absorbs the routine work that junior staff used to learn on. Just think about this for a moment. Without that routine grunt work, the endless contract reviews or the basic financial reconciliations, firms are losing their traditional training grounds. You don't just wake up one day with senior-level judgment. You develop it by grinding through the basics over years. So if AI is now doing all those basics, how does a junior employee ever gain the context they need to become a senior partner? Well, here's the blueprint for survival. Step 1, stop relying on manual work that AI just hasn't touched yet. It's a losing game, honestly. The AI is going to catch up. Step 2, you need to deliberately redesign junior roles from the ground up. And step 3, train juniors specifically to review and correct AI output. You have to pivot them from being the creators of the first draft into being the editors, auditors, and critics of the AI's first draft. That is how they're going to build the necessary judgment they need to advance. They have to become expert AI reviewers. And there is an immense urgency behind this shift. In the present day, AI is actively automating routine tasks right now. Fast forward 5 years out,
This is your critical window. Executives have exactly this 5-year window to figure out and establish a viable new business model. And at 10 years, that's the absolute deadline. If left unaddressed, 10 years is when a massive, irreversible talent gap hits your firm, simply because you failed to train the next generation of partners today. I want to conclude our core argument today with this incredibly powerful reality. The firms treating this as a pricing and talent development problem, not just a productivity tool rollout, are the ones that will still have a viable business model in 5 years. Really, that is the most critical takeaway from this entire explainer. Viewing AI as merely a software rollout, like upgrading your email client or something, is a fatal mistake. It demands a fundamental reinvention of your talent and your pricing. That wraps up the industry vertical phase, but it definitely opens the door to our next major question: competitive dynamics. How are legacy incumbents, burdened by traditional billable hour models, going to fend off agile, AI-native startups that are built from day one without the billable hour? It's a remarkably high-stakes landscape, and the clock is officially ticking. So as we wrap up this explainer, I'll leave you with this. How quickly can your firm decouple its value from the clock before someone else does it for you? Keep questioning how these tools are reshaping your work, and we'll see you next time.